Okay, so I'm in Wikipedia right now. Let me go up here. So I high frequency trading. That's where I'm at in Wikipedia. I'm going to go down here to this segment. A substantial body of research argues that HFT and electronic trading pose a new type of challenges to the financial system. Algorithmic and high frequency traders were both found to have contributed to volatility in the flash crash of May 6, 2010, when high frequency liquidity providers rapidly withdrew from the market. Which that's going to trigger. So when someone has a 7% trailing stop loss on, and that happens in a stock, then it's going to trigger, and then someone's going to sell out when, typically it wouldn't trade that fast and their stock wouldn't sell. But the flash crash of May 6, 2010, when high-frequency liquidity providers rapidly withdrew from the market. Several European countries have proposed curtailing or banning HFT due to concerns about volatility. Other complaints against HFT include the argument that some HFT firms scrape profits from investors when index funds are rebalancing their portfolios. We could say the same thing related to inflation in the United States. So if the government in and of itself is rebalancing some things, or they think they're rebalancing things related to the American public, and they carry a 2% inflation for companies to make a profit, but they just don't think about the American public overall. I can't figure that one out, to me. Why, they're starting to recognize it. The Fed chair is even starting to recognize it. The sad thing about the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, I actually like him. And what's going to happen is that he understands this stuff, and they're going to end up probably putting in somebody else who may not understand it as much, possibly, or is playing. They tend to play this thing of, we're a private agency. And then they ask him, well, who do you work for? And then he says, the American people. Well, you're not a private agency. They claim to be a private agency, but they're not. They work for the American people, but they always claim to say they have nothing to do with the government, but they have everything to do with the government. The American taxpayers fund the Fed chair. And for them to carry inflation year over year, and